Hello everybody and rally ho, this is the Silent K and today we're playing some MekHQ. Hello Varank, I'm glad you could join me. If there's anyone else out there, and the people on YouTube, welcome. We're picking up right where we left off last week, where we had just finished a recon mission, which we carried out in force. But starting with the command center, we did just land on the planet Planting. In the very first day, we had a recon mission. We're working on the Rifleman 3N Mark III refit. That'll be another 10 days. The Panther and the Warhammer will be a bit longer. We did finish that recon mission, and we did convince Rana Komatsu to defect, as well as Maurice MekHQ, Asumat Austin, Carrie Emerson, Andrew Manualescu, Ron Pograjak, Jana Bartosak have all defected. We got 70,000 in repairs for the Wolverine, 75 for the Quick Draw, 17 for the Spider, and 17 for the Cronus. Nears makes no difference. We did salvage a Harasser, a Hunter, and a Hetzer. And I did spend a point 10 XP, I should say, on Mariana Morgenstern, who is an administrator, to get a point of edge. I was thinking, actually, about spending some other points for edge. I think it was... Hold on. Let me organize this the way I like it. Hello, Varank. Glad you could join me. Yes, here I am. We are ready to roll. I've got some repairs to do. First and foremost, we're going to be salvaging some stuff. But before that, I was thinking about maybe spending some XP. I don't think any of our elites have any, unless Fred Jones is trying to spend for Edge or an SPA. Remind me, what is Fred Jones saving up for? Oh, you're ordering a pizza. Nice. I had pizza earlier this week. It was good. A little heavy on the bell peppers, but it had that fresh, gardeny kind of taste to it. So I'm not mad. And besides, whatever I don't like, I can always pick it out. Jets pizza. I've heard of Jets, I think. The pizza I had was Marco's. I need to stop accidentally right-clicking there. Yeah, we got Edge for one of our administrators, one of our elite administrators who had just gained 10 XP. Was it? Who was it? Again, it was Mariana Morgenstern, yes. So one of our elite administrators had 10 XP. I spent it on an Edge. Oh, Edge is what Fred Jones was saving up for, I think. Well, if you're saving up for Edge, you could spend Edge. You could definitely get that. You've got enough XP right now for 3 Edge. Detroit style, huh? I'm familiar with New York style and Chicago style. I don't know what Detroit style is. I assume it's more like Chicago. Yeah, gunnery would make him more costly. We might be, was it a special ability that we were saving up for, maybe? We've got enough, you've got enough for Dodge or Eagle Eye or Hopping Jack, which is not super useful in your current mech. You've got enough for Human TRO for mech, if you were to so choose, or Arrow V or Battle Armor. We've got enough for Melee Specialist. Really, Chicago is better, but Detroit is good. Okay, and maybe saving up for an SPA. Was it Sniper, maybe? Because Sniper, I think, is very much in line with how you like to play. Sniper halves the range penalty, so it's +1 at medium range and a +2 at long range instead of 2 and 4. And I believe that carries over to extreme range, so you'd be getting a +3 at extreme range, which is very nice. Yeah, sniper sounds perfect. It is 60 XP though, so you are wait, was I looking at fail when I said you had enough for 3 points of edge? I must have been, because you've only got 11 XP. That means that you are 49 XP away from getting sniper, but it is definitely something worth, I would say, saving up for. I don't think there was any other XP that I was trying to spend, except for Nida has enough for, not enough for piloting our gunnery, which is what we're saving up for. Yeah, let's go ahead and sort by skill level and then roll. So we can get our elites at the top. Oh. Oh, dang, that is not what I meant to do. Apparently I accidentally clicked on melee specialist. That's why you don't have any XP. Let me fix that real quick. We'll go into edit. I could load my game, but I think I'd rather just edit it back out. Melee specialist, okay. Do we have XP? We want add 20 XP, so that would be 31. Yeah, we're going to add 20 XP because I did not mean to click on that. So yeah, you are sitting at 31 XP. You've got Weapon Specialist, PPC, and Weathered. And we're saving up another 29 XP for Sniper. Works for me. In the meantime, we've got the repair bay. We've got some stuff to be salvaged. Let me salvage the armor first. I will have Doodles knock those out on 5s, or, you know, he can roll Snake Eyes, and, well, at least he gained an XP, and that's the whole purpose of this whole exercise. And then we'll have maybe some of our regulars taking off these stabilizers, and we'll go from there. We've got green techs can work on the ammo bins. We'll have Felipe, I think, is going to be our ammo tech. Then we've got a motive system that needs to be repaired on this Hetzer, and then it'll be ready to roll. It just needs a crew. We'll go ahead and do all of this at ×4. The engine maybe at ×3, if I recall the way that works out. We'll do the same thing with this harasser. Alright, and then we've got some stabilizers needing to be taken off. We'll get some regular techs doing that on 5s. We've got a couple of SRM 6s. We'll have maybe some low XP guys working on that. We still have any. We'll have Sabra, excuse me, and Ryan knock those out because they only have 240 minutes, or he can try and fail. We'll have Kurti do these other 2 stabilizers. We'll have Ayana, has lots of XP, so we'll have her knock out a stabilizer. And maybe an ammo bin at ×2. We can have a veteran knock out this engine on a 4+. We can have a different veteran knock out the sensors on a 4+. That's going to take a few days. We've got, I'm not going to try to have a green tech remove this SRM6. We'll have, Doodles doesn't have the time today, and we'll have the green techs knock out these ammo bins. I guess Antonio can start on this SRM6. We'll have Doodle start on the engine tomorrow, I think. We'll have some of these guys knocking these out. That's going to be like a 6-day job. We'll have that finished tomorrow. Alright, so that is almost everything. Well, we might as well have him start that today. No reason not to. Alright, so that is all of the salvage that we've got going on today. We have unmaintained units because of course we do. We're worried about Hetzer. We will have ×4 maintenance time. We will assign who has the less XP out of our mechanics, out of our regular mechanics. That's gonna be Suping Mak. We can assign person, tech, regular, Suping Mak. Yeah, right there. Okay. And then the two that we're salvaging, not really worried about maintaining them. So we can go ahead and ignore this pop-up. Our jump ships are still recharging their drives from getting here. Zaruchi Boyakshian has given birth to Zephyr, a baby boy. Who was born with 3 XP and the small arms of 4+, which is actually not bad. Our hyperspace navigator is now a mother, it would seem. Space does this need? Okay, that works for me. So our hyperspace navigator is now a mother. Zephyr Boyakshian has been added to the personnel roster. We're still working on that SRM6, still working on the engine, still working on the LRM-20 and the flamer. We've got the ammo bin. We're still working on the engine and the sensors. The rifleman will be 9 days. The Panther and the Warhammer will be a bit longer. Do we have anything else? Yes, we do have our mechs in the repair bay. So Ethan Labrie with 9 XP. He's almost a regular at this point, but he's still our ammo guy for the time being. Ten shots needed, down to 140. Go from 152 to 141, it looked like. Okay, those are being worked on. Those are all being worked on. So we've just got some armor to replace. Edeborg. Oh, Edeborg was the other thing I was going to look at. She is... Where's my mech text? Edeborg has enough XP for an edge. I was going to do that on camera. So yeah, I've already set her edge triggers. Now I'm just going to give her that point of edge, which she desperately needs, and now she's down to 0 XP. That's what I was looking for in the personnel tab earlier. I forgot about that. So we've got... Well, we can have Penny replace this armor. We'll do a rush job at 45 minutes so that it doesn't leave any weird numbers like 23 minutes. We'll have Edeborg. Ooh, repair this left torso. We'll do that over the course of today and tomorrow to get that down to a 4. We do need a new SRM4 as well. We can have, looks like Susan knocked that out and she gained an XP for it. Nice. The quick draw is all armor damage. The spider is gonna need some engine and heatsink work. We'll set the engine at ×4 and we'll have, oh, we don't need to have B do that at 4. We can have her do that 100 minutes. Well, at 100 minutes, we can just have Tamalika do it. Okay, well, the spider turned out to be less of a problem than I had anticipated. We do have a medium laser that's going to be a pain to repair. Actually, not that bad. We could have a regular do that. We'll have Vernita do that real quick. We've got the right torso. Needs a 6, unless we have Edeborg. Where did Edeborg go? Oh, she's doing that torso. That's going to be today and tomorrow. We'll have her knock out the right torso tomorrow as well. She should have enough time for that. We'll have Halima knock out this double heat sink in just enough time. And after that, it's all armor. We'll have, I guess we'll have Chris knock out these armor jobs. Leaving her with 280 minutes. Leaves her with 160. That leaves her with 100. Leaves her with 30. We'll have Fred Modry knock out this job. And then Penny Gilmore knock out that armor job on a 5, barely. Don't expect Hoser to ever leave the edge of the map board if he gets Sniper. And I wouldn't. If I had an awesome with Sniper and a PPC specialization and a 2-3 pilot, I would definitely keep him on the edge of the map and just ping everyone from there. That sounds like a sound strategy to me. So everything is being worked on except for this right torso. Jamal could do that on a 5, but I think I'd rather not. Fred Modry can knock that out on a 4, but it's going to take him 3 days. Or we could go up to 360 and we could have B do that on a 4 as well, and that works for me. So we just got the left torso on the Wolverine. We've got some things to salvage on the Harasser and some things to salvage on the Hunter. Yeah. I think we're good to go on to Friday, June the 8th. Actually, we could have that was Galatea Lance. No, that was not Galatea Lance. We could have Galatea Lance exploring, thinking either here or here. Here works as well, but I think I'm going to go here. And we've detected not only a hostile force, but a hostile comms center. Okay, well. We are trying to prevent the breakthrough of the hostile forces in a light urban town mountain map. We have no support points, so we can't reinforce. We could try, but that may go south. That is Galatea Lance, which is 10,000 points versus 14,000 points of Op4, including a 3-4 in an Archer 2R, a 3-5 in a Quick Draw 4G, a 2-2 in a Stinger LAM, a 4-4 and a Hunchback 4H, which is the Autocannon 10 version. Wolverine 6R, Scorpion Light Tank with a 2-4 pilot, a Vedette with a 1-4 pilot, a Saladin. So a lot of tanks, a few mechs. Is it worth trying to reinforce? with Mariana or Tonga. Mariana and Tonga are both in the fight roll, which I'm pretty sure has an effect on their ability to reinforce. I just don't remember exactly what that effect is. Let's go ahead. We'll throw Tonga Lance at that. Tonga Lance includes Hoser, Vale, Ash, and Tsubasa. Or we could send Mariana Lance, which is actually fewer points. Includes Earl Sinclair, Wyvern, whoever's in the Rifleman, and Petra, who needs the XP. How about it, Varank? Are you trying to get some XP, or are you trying to let Petra gain those points? Reinforce is always good. I will take that to mean that you want to do that personally. We'll send Hoser's Ride there. What does the command setter have to say about that? Attempting to reinforce without support point or victory point. 2d6 plus 1 is 12. Reinforcement attempt succeeded. So I don't think any negative effects have happened because of that. Hostiles are coordinating additional forces in the area. Hostile force appears to have suffered some minor battle damage in a previous engagement. And we are to destroy 50% before they can reach the destination edge. They are deploying in the south. We're deploying in the center and the north. It is a full moon night, which we can re-roll, which I think I will. We will get daylight, clear, and calm conditions. All right. Okay, so we're bringing 8 mechs, 4 of whom will be arriving on round 9. Round 9 seems a bit iffy, because that's 12 minus 3, which is the slowest mech, but that does not account for our point of strategy. We'll be deploying those on round 8. Other than that, we've got the Orion, which has its auto-eject disabled because it has case. It has case on the left torso, which is where all of its ammo is. We've got the LB-10X, we've got 4 medium lasers, the LRMs and the SRMs. We've got the Warhammer 8ML, which has 2 ER-PPCs and 7 small lasers. We've got the Grasshopper 5H, which has 3 large lasers and 6 mediums. We've got the Marauder 5A, which also has its auto-eject disabled because it has case in the left torso where all of its ammo is. And of course that has the 6 SRM6s and the 5 medium pulse lasers. And the heat sinks to use one or the other, but not both. I'm super excited to see the Stalker take the field, and awesome, of course. We're up against, let's sort this by battle value. The Archer 2R is actually the biggest threat, no surprise. It has a 3-4 pilot. It has 2 LRM-20s and the 4 medium lasers, but not enough heat sinks. We've got a Stinger LAM is going to be the next most expensive because of that 2-2 pilot. Does have some damage, looks like, to the left leg and 3 medium lasers. Next up is the Quick Draw with a 3-5 pilot worth 1,400 points, and the Hunchback 4H with the 4-4 pilot worth 1,174. After that, things start going a little less expensive. We've got the Wolverine worth 1,000 points with the autocannon and the SRMs and the 4.6 pilot, and a bunch of tanks and a field medic platoon with 7 internals, and they are aboard the Maxim. And I'm interested to check out this map. Alright, so we've lost initiative for the deployment phase. We do have reinforcements coming in on turn 8. We're deploying in the center. This is a long and narrow map. They're deploying at the south, if I recall. Let me double check so I don't screw up my deployment. They are, yes. Primary op 4 is deploying to the south. There we go. Get a little more visibility on that window. A little more visibility on that window. Okay. So they're deploying in the south. We've got the Marauder, the Orion, the Warhammer, and the Grasshopper. We'll start with the Warhammer. And he will start in these heavy woods facing south. And he might take position with partial cover here, which should give him eyes on pretty much the entire southern part of the map. And if he starts to get wailed on too bad, he can fall back into those woods. And it looks as though they're all falling in on this corner. We've got the Pike, the Stinger, and the Hunchback. Hunchback was not that much of a threat. Autocannon 10. 4-4 pilot. We'll have maybe the... Oh, I don't know. Who do we have engage him? We'll have, I think, Grasshopper will engage the Hunchback. They've added the Scorpion to that corner of the map. We can have the Orion stand here and cover from partial cover. Or maybe here, partial cover. That gets him a little closer. Might need PSR to get into this hex. Rubble hex. Rubble usually takes a PSR if I'm not mistaken. Although last week I did notice we jumped into Rubble and it did not require a PSR. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's rules as intended. We've also got the Pegasus now and a Saladin and a Vedette all joining in the party. We'll have Tentacle Shogun rush them, I think, because he is such a short range mech. You get in and get dirty. Alright, initiative phase for round 1. We have lost initiative. We've got units to deploy on round 8. We're at 20,000. They're at 14,000. We'll see how this plays out. I'm hoping... okay, there's the rest of their guys. They've got a Quadra over here, a Wolverine and a Vedette, the Darter, Hunter and an Archer, a Pegasus, and a Maxim. So they deployed like half of their forces after I finally said, you know what, that's it for me. We'll have Tentacle Shogun. We'll run forward. And that should give him eyes on something within range, at any rate. The Orion, no, we're gonna hold off on that. We'll have the Warhammer step forward. That gives them eyes on about half of the enemy forces. The Orion, we'll have him, I think running for an evasion of 1 is acceptable. The Grasshopper. Grasshopper's a 5/8. I forgot. He can move 6 hexes, and that gets him awfully close to this Darter and the Hunter, and also the Stinger. That's going to be short range for his large lasers. So the Pegasus side slips a hex and takes 2 damage to the left side. Everything else is copacetic. Okay, so this is where they've ended up. Let's start with the big guns first. We've got the Warhammer with the PPCs. Has the Pike on 7s. The Darter on 9s. Hunter on 8s. We've got the Archer on 7s as well. It might be worth taking out that Archer as soon as possible. He is a 3/4 pilot. Those LRM-20s are scary. He's got how much armor? He has 203 armor. That is quite a lot. Yeah, I think we're going to start laying the fire down on him. And we're going to go damage high-low, which actually be in the client settings. Damage high-low. Okay, that'll take effect next battle. In the meantime, I'll have to do it manually. We're going to take a second shot at 7+. Puts us at 31 heat. That gives us... Oh, that gives us the Pegasus at a 12. Go ahead and take a shot just so that we're not letting that heatsink go to waste. We've got Pegasus on 9s over here. We've got the Wolverine on 9s. We've got the Vedette on 9s. Yeah, let's go ahead and concentrate fire on this Pegasus. Even with the SRMs, that's still nice. So we'll take that shot. We might get lucky or something. We'll have the Orion torso twist. We'll have him fire on the Pegasus as well. Excuse me. This is Petra, right? No, this is Nairn. We've got the Archer on an 8. That's tempting. Maybe we can knock down the Archer. Veteran pilot notwithstanding. We've got the Pegasus on 11s. I don't think we're gonna do any better than that. Got 10s versus 8s. We'll go ahead and throw another 8 at the Archer. And we'll throw another 11 at the Pegasus. That puts us 3 overheat. Do that on the first turn, no problem. We've got the Pegasus. Has the Darter on 8s. Hunter on 7s. What is the Hunter bringing to the table? An LRM-20. Plenty of ammo and some damaged front armor. We'll throw some large lasers at that and some mediums just to be heat neutral. Alright, the Warhammer hits the Archer in the right arm with a PPC, misses with the second shot, and hits the Pegasus in the left side with a medium laser. The Saladin, landing a hit on the Grasshopper's right leg, needed a 10, got a 10 for 20 damage. Grasshopper's going to need to make a PSR at the end of the round. Pegasus, glancing a blow off the Marauder's right side, it looks like, with some SRMs and a hit to the left arm as well. The Vedette missing on a 6. The Marauder at the Pegasus on 9s hits it in the front for 6 damage, costing it a movement point. Missing with everything else. The Scorpion missing on 10s. The Vedette missing on 9s. The Orion at the Archer landing a hit on that right torso with the LB-10X. That's going to force a PSR as well. Missing with all the mediums and the LRMs. The SRMs land on the Pegasus to the left side, costing it 4 more armor points. The Wolverine missing on 8s and 10s. The Hunchback missing on 9s and 11s. The Stinger LAM missing on 9s. And the Pike landing an autocannon 2 on the Grasshopper's center torso. Grasshopper at the Hunter, landing a hit to the front and the left side, costing it some minor motive system damage. And another medium laser to the front, down to 14 armor there. The Hunter landing 12 LRMs on Tentacle Shogun's right torso, left leg, and left arm. The Maxim landing 5 SRMs on the Grasshopper, that's another 10 damage. Mostly to the center and left torso, but also to the left arm. The Archer firing a medium laser and an LRM 20, landing 5 of the LRMs on the Marauder's left torso, glancing there. 6 missiles to the left and right torso. The Quick Draw at the Marauder, landing a medium laser, glancing off the right torso for 2, and 8 LRMs to the right and center torso. That right torso is down to 10 armor. Marauder needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 7. Grasshopper needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 3, taking 7 damage to the left arm and left torso. Victorama needs a 4 to avoid damage, gets an 8. The Archer, also needing a 5, gets a 7. So, trading fire already. Things are, I would say they're going our way, but honestly it feels pretty evenly matched. The Stinger is at 4 heat, the Hunchback is at 4 heat, the Wolverine is at 1. Our Marauder and our Warhammer are at 2 heat, the Orion is at 3, their Archer is at 6, and their Quick Draw is at 2. So I feel like they're heating up faster than we are. Their Quick Draw and their Wolverine are the only ones running cool this turn, whereas none of our guys are above 3. Yeah, no, we're not rolling super well either. We've got initiative for round 2. We've lost again, and we've got reinforcements arriving on round 8. We're at 98%. They're at 98%. We've actually technically lost more points than they have, but we'll see how that goes. Tentacle Shogun is trying to get in close, but none of them have moved yet. I don't know where close is gonna be. Scarponi. We back up here. Can't see anything. We back up here, we can see a little bit more. Oh man. And the Grasshopper falling down? No, you're right. That doesn't help at all. The Grasshopper maybe can back up 3 hexes to get a little evasion and a little distance. He needs a 3 to stand up. Okay, we can do that. Is a key, right? In the Grasshopper again? Victor, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we've got the Pike has moved. Pike has 3 autocannon 2s and a pair of SRM 2s. We can jump real close to him. We can even get into kicking distance of the Pike. How much armor does it have? It has a significant amount of armor. 20 plus on all locations. The Orion can also get in close and start wailing on the Pike, or we could get in close and start wailing on the Darter as well. If we do that, it'll walk. We'll be at short range for everything. It does mean giving up an opportunity to kick. It does mean giving up a point of evasion, but I think I'd rather walk than run in this case, just because of those medium lasers and the SRMs. The darter does have 3 points of evasion, looks like. Yeah. So that's going to be, what are we going to need to hit? That's going to be 3, 4 for walking, 5, 6, 7s for evasion. Yeah, we'll take 7s. Scarponi can walk over here and lay into the quick draw with all of his medium lasers. Oh, these are actuators. Engine hits, gyro hits, sensors, and life support. Okay. So they've added a bunch of stuff here besides the armor. Yeah, we'll get the 3 hexes from the quick draw. We will lay into him because the stock quick draw is not very heavily armored. I think it's at 160 points or something like that, maybe 140. Let's see, the Saladin side slips a hex, the Pegasus side slips a hex, everyone else is fine. Speaking of the Saladin, maybe Shogun can get him on 5s. I know we came here to get the Pike, we can get him on 4s, we can get the Hunter on 3s, but the Saladin is the real threat. Let's go ahead and lay into him. We'll be 2 over. We'll throw in an SRM to be 6 over. I really want that Saladin dead this turn. And they apparently really want Typical Shogun dead this turn. Saladin needs an 8. That's gonna hurt if it hits, and it's likely to hit. The Orion was going to shoot at the Darter on 7s, but we've also got the Hunchback on 6s, which I think is a more attractive target. We've also got the Vedette on 6s and 8s, so we've got the Pegasus on 5s and 7s, but I think the Hunchback on 6s is going to be where it's at. We'll go heat neutral with the LRMs quiet. We'll go with the Grasshopper. I think is also going to go for the Hunchback on 6s. It's going to be 6s and 8s. We'll build up 3 heat for that. Scarponi with 3 heat. We're going to go at the medium lasers. And we'll throw in some small lasers on 11s just to be heat neutral. Because it's not worth throwing in a PPC. 15 heat is just too dang much. I don't care what your numbers are. Okay. The Marauder at the Saladin hits it in the left side with 2 pulse lasers and destroys the Saladin, so that's a relief. The Galleon missing the Marauder on a 7. The Saladin hits the Marauder in the left torso with a solid hit down to 0 armor there. And that is unfortunate because that is where we keep our ammo. That left torso does have case, but it would disable us if we were to take that hit. We have not used 15 shots of SRM6 ammo. We must have taken a crit at some point. That does not bode well. Pegasus at the Orion, hitting with 5 SRMs to the right arm and right torso and the left torso. To the center torso and right arm with 2 more. The Vedette at the Orion, hitting him in the left arm with that autocannon and the center torso with the machine gun at extreme range for 1 point. The Orion at the Hunchback hits him in the left leg with an autocannon and medium laser, down to 5 armor there. Medium laser to the center torso, 4 SRMs to the legs and the right torso. And the Scorpion firing at the Marauder hits him in the left torso and crits. Even with our edge, he still crits on the SRM6 ammo, which destroys the left torso. knocks out the all of the SRMs and half of our pulse lasers. Remaining 169 damage is prevented by Case. And the Marauder is destroyed by engine destruction. Well, that is unfortunate. They had some good teamwork going on that one. We will be able to repair it, but for now he is out of the fight. The Darter missing the Orion, the Vedette missing the Marauder, the Grasshopper at the Hunchback hits him in the right arm, the left leg. Sorry about that. Hits him in the right arm with a medium laser and the right torso. The Wolverine at the Warhammer lands 4 SRMs to the left torso and left arm. The Hunchback at the Orion landing medium lasers to the right torso ×2. The Pike at the Warhammer landing SRMs to the left leg and autocannons to the left arm, left leg, and right torso. Warhammer on 7s, missing 4 out of 6. 4 out of 7. 4 out of 8. So 50-50 on the medium lasers. That's acceptable, I guess, on 7s. We hit him in the left torso, the center torso twice, and the left arm. We hit him in the head with a small laser, forcing his first consciousness check. I'll take it. The Hunter at the Orion landing 9 LRMs to the center torso and left arm. We definitely need reinforcements here. Yeah, that's gonna be a big difference. The Maxim firing SRMs at the Orion, landing a critical hit through the armor on the medium laser in the right arm. SRMs otherwise pelting the right side and the left leg. The Archer landing 28 missiles on the Orion's arms and left torso, and 1 point to the left leg. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna leave a mark. The Quick Draw at the Warhammer, landing a medium laser to the right arm, down to 17 armor there. Hunchback stays standing, Orion stays standing, Warhammer stays standing. The Quick Draw needs a 6, gets a 5. Falls down and takes 5 to the right leg and 1 to the left torso. Needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot and fails. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 10. So he's still conscious. Let's see. Their Hunchback is at 8 heat. Their Archer is at 10 heat. Their Quick Draw is at 7. Our boys are at 3, 0, and 0. But we are down to 3. We've finally won initiative going into round 3. We've got units deploying on round 8. We're down to 84, almost 85% of our forces. They're down to 92% of theirs. And they are moving all kinds of dudes to get past us. I don't know if our reinforcements are going to arrive in time to stop that darter. The Grasshopper can certainly try to intercept. That's a level 1 building, so we should be able to shoot over it. That gives us 2 pips of evasion and only 2 pips of offensive penalty. And that gives us the darter in the rear with medium lasers at short range. We'll take it. Scarponi. We'll take the Wolverine in the back with our mediums and smalls. Man, they are just bugging out. They are not interested in engaging us at all. The Orion has taken damage all over, especially the torsos and the arms. We can try to take out this Hunter. We could move 3 hexes and try to take out this Pike again. Or the Vedette, or the Archer, actually. We could Yeah, that archer is worth a lot of points. That is 1,851 currently. I'd like to get into medium laser range with him. I'd like to stay out of LRM range with him. The quick draw stands up. The Pegasus successfully flanks and turns. The Orion at the Archer, we've got him on 5s. That's going to be the LBA-10X. That's going to be 3 medium lasers. We'll throw in the LRMs on a 9 and the SRMs just to be heat neutral. Scarponi at the Wolverine, which has twisted to face us. So has the Stinger. The Pegasus is apparently firing at the Grasshopper. The Vedette is firing into the back of the Orion. Is that the back? That is certainly the back. That's okay. We can back tank for a little bit. That's something we can do since our front armor is so mangled. And we've got the Wolverine on 7s. That's going to be all of the medium lasers. And that's going to be small lasers on 9s. That's going to be all of them as well. The Grasshopper at the Darter on 8s. We'll do 2 larges. No, we'll do 1 large. And all the mediums. That puts us at 31 heat out of 32. Hopefully we hit with something. The Galleon hits the Warhammer with a medium pulse and a medium to the left arm and right leg. The medium pulse at extreme range only does 3 damage. The Pegasus landing no less than 8 SRMs on the Grasshopper to the right torso down to 12. Down to 10 actually. The right leg down to 8, center torso down to 22, left torso down to 14. The Vedette lands a hit on the Orion's right torso rear, taking half of its armor. Scorpion at the Orion hits the left arm, the center torso, and the left arm with a machine gun, down to 3 armor there. The Orion at the Archer hits him in the head with the LBX, down to 2 structure, forcing his first consciousness check. Medium lasers to the right torso and the center torso critical. Hit with 12 LRMs to the right leg and right torso, and 4 SRMs to the right arm, right torso, center torso, left torso. The Vedette missing the Warhammer on an 8, the Wolverine missing the Warhammer on 7s and 9s, landing 3 SRMs to the right arm, center torso, right leg. The Stinger missing on 11s, the Warhammer at the Wolverine into the back. That's the left arm and the right arm. That's the left torso rear and the center torso rear. And then the small lasers, we hit him in the left torso rear, went internal. We've got him in the right arm, but nothing catastrophic. We've got the Pike at the Orion on 7s and 11s, missing with everything. We've got the Hunter at the Grasshopper missing on an 8. We've got the Maxim missing the Warhammer on a 9. We've got the Archer landing 12 LRMs on the Warhammer's right arm, head, and left leg, forcing Scarponi's first consciousness check. We've got the Grasshopper at the Darter. We hit him in the right side with a large laser. We hit him in the rear with a medium laser and another, and that destroys the Darter. The Wolverine needs an 8 to stay standing, gets an 8. Hello, Mr. Man. Can we not do that? The Warhammer needs a 5, gets a 5, so those both narrowly avoided falling. The Archer needs a 6, gets a 4. Takes 7 damage to the right arm and right leg, needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. And the Archer is now up to 13 heat because he created 3 more than he could sink this turn. The Stinger is at 4, the Wolverine is at 3, everyone else is running cool. We've got reinforcements arriving in 4 more turns. We've won initiative, we're at 83%, they're at 89%. And the Archer, he stands still. He walked 0 hexes. Oh, he fell down, and he's overheating, so he's a 2-3 movement profile now. That, yeah, let's get in close. Let's finish him off. We've got all these tanks fleeing up the right side. The Grasshopper is going to have to deal with those as best he can. The Grasshopper, the Warhammer is going to maybe try and take out this quick draw at a range of 3 hexes. He's already taken some damage. Not as much as I would like. But if we can get him in 3 hexes, we need a 4 to stay standing. It shouldn't be a problem. We did it. Alright, the Grasshopper can walk in behind this Galleon or the Hunter, or the Hunchback actually. The building has a height of 3. That's not going to work. We're going to have to jump in behind the Hunchback, which is going to make it hard to hit, but the Hunchback has very weak rear armor, and his left leg is pretty badly mangled. Maybe we can kick him and finish him off. The Archer needs a 4, gets an 11. The Warhammer entered Rebel needs a 4, gets a 4. Alright, the Orion at the Archer needing 4s with everything. That's going to be a 10 with the LRM. It's going to be everything, yeah. Scarponi at the quick draw. We're going to skip the PPCs, and we've got 8s with the medium lasers and 12s with the smalls. We'll throw on enough of them to be heat neutral. And the Grasshopper at the Hunchback will do the same thing as last turn. We'll do 1 large, and we'll do all the mediums on the 7s. And I saw the Hunchback went prone, so that's good. Means we hit him with something. The Vedette landing an autocannon on the Orion's right leg for 5, down to 25 armor there. The Scorpion landing medium lasers on the Orion's left leg and right torso, going internal on that torso. The Orion at the Archer hits him in the right arm, hits him in the center torso and the left leg with medium lasers, and 5 SRMs to the left leg, left arm, left torso, right leg. The Vedette landing an autocannon 5 on the Orion's right arm, down to 3 armor there. Wolverine missing on 10s and 12s. The Pike landing a pair of autocannons on the Orion's right leg and left torso, down to 4 armor on that torso. The Warhammer at the quick draw on 8s hits him in the legs, down to 5 armor on both of those. Hits him in the center torso, down to 2 armor there. And one of the small lasers connects to the left arm, down to 3 armor there as well. Not bad shooting on a 12. The Archer landing a medium laser on the Orion's left torso, critting on his LRM. The quick draw landing medium lasers on the Warhammer's right torso and center torso, down to 13 and 15. And 6 LRMs to the left arm and right torso. Grasshopper at the Hunchback hits him in the center torso rear with the large laser, critting on his gyro and the engine. The medium laser to the left arm, medium laser to the left leg, destroying the leg. He's going down. Oh, he was sprinting this turn too? He automatically falls. He takes 5 to the left arm. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 10. The Orion needs a 4, gets a 7. The Archer needs a 5, gets a 7. The Quick Draw needs a 6, gets a 9. And the Orion is going to try to kick the Archer on a 2. Grasshopper is going to try to kick the Hunchback on a 3. Alright, so we kicked the Archer in the left leg, dealt 15 damage, leaving him with 14 structure. The Archer kicks the Orion in the left leg for 14, leaving him with 10. And the Grasshopper kicks the Hunchback in the right leg, down to 4 armor. Nobody falls down. Our heat is all at 0. They've got 4 heat on their Wolverine. They've got 8 on their Archer and 5 on their Quick Draw. We're starting to gain on them. We're at 81%. They're at 84. It's going into round 5. We've lost initiative. Reinforcements in 3 turns. The Orion is in pretty rough shape. Warhammer is in pretty rough shape. Grasshopper, of all of our guys, is probably in the best shape. So he is going to jump over to here and try to take out some of these tanks as they slide past. So we've got shots on the Vedette and the Pike and the Scorpion, it looks like, depending on what happens. Scarponi would be able to enter that hex if the quick draw weren't in the way. Kind of what I'd like to do. The Orion. Maybe back up 3 hexes, pick up a point of evasion. See what the Archer does, and the quick draw still has not moved. That's unfortunate. Quick draw has a good jumping profile. He's a 5.85. I'd like to shoot him in the legs if I could. That'll give us a point of evasion, but it doesn't cover any of this space. We'll see where he goes. He's probably going to hide from us. Hunchback ejected. That's going to go to the Grasshopper. Let me jot that down. 130 goes to the Grasshopper. We shot him in the back all those times. The Maxim needs a 3, gets a 4. Let's see. Okay, so the Orion at the Archer, we've got him on 5s. And yeah, the LRMs are kind of wasted at this point. I don't want to dump the ammo because I've got my back to too many things right now. And any hit to the back will set off any ammo that you're dumping. But maybe next turn, depending on whether or not we kill the Archer, we might turn our back to an empty field and start dumping ammo. The Galleon is firing at Scarponi. The Vedette is firing at the Orion. We've got the quick draw on 8s and 10s. We'll throw in a single 10 just to build up a little heat. And the Grasshopper at the Vedette on 8s, or the Pegasus on 7s. We'll do 7s and 9s just to be relatively heat neutral. Alright, the Orion at the Archer hits him in the right leg with the autocannon. Medium lasers to the center torso and left leg twice. SRMs to the right arm, right leg, left torso, and center torso. The Galleon lands a medium laser on the Warhammer's left leg. The Pegasus missing on 9s. The Vedette landing a hit on the Orion's left torso rear, down to 5 armor there. Warhammer missing on 8s and 10s. The Scorpion at the Orion hits him in the left arm with the medium laser, down to 10 structure. The Vedette landing an autocannon on the Grasshopper's left torso, down to 9 armor. Wolverine at the Warhammer landing medium laser and an autocannon 5 to the left arm and right torso, down to single digits in both of those locations. The Stinger missing on 11s. The Pike hitting the Orion in the right torso rear with an autocannon 2. The Grasshopper at the Pegasus hits it in the rear, the front, and the right side with large lasers, costing it half of its move, immobilizing it, actually. The Hunter missing on a 9, the Maxim missing on an 11 and 9, the Archer at the Orion, landing medium lasers to the left torso and left arm, both going internal, neither generating a crit. The Quick Draw at the Warhammer missing on 10s. The Orion needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 7. The Archer needs a 5, gets a 10. I'm not going to kick that building. They are rapidly overheating. Their lowest mech is the Wolverine at 1. They've got the Stinger at 4. They've got the Archer at 6 and the Quick Draw at 9. We're at 0, 2, and 3. We are at 80%. They're at 76%, almost 77. So we're still holding steady. We're hanging out about 3 points behind them. We've got reinforcements arriving in 2 more turns. And if you guys can excuse me for just a minute, I have a call of nature to answer. So let me just handle that as quickly as I can. I'll just be a minute. Alright, I appreciate you guys' patience, and that is why I generally stay away from beer before I stream. So we're going into round 6. We've got the same walking and running movement as the quick draw, but he has those hyperextending actuators and the jump jets, so we might not be able to catch up to him, and he will be able to shoot at us the whole time. We've got Grasshopper, if I can click on him. We can come up here and stand on this immobile Pegasus and maybe kick him in a damaged side and finish him off. Pretty much anything but the turret should work. The Orion, I think we'll just turn around and face that way. We'll start dumping ammo next turn. The quick draw has fled up here behind a height 1 building, which we can take a couple of pot shots at him. He did jump 5 hexes, which gives him 3 evasion. So we're gonna need 3, 4, 5 for running, 6, 7, 8 for his evasion, 9 for the light woods. We're not likely to hit him actually, but it's worth a shot. If we could leg him. We needed a 3, we got a 5 for turning on pavement. Let's start with the Warhammer. We've got him on 9s, we'll take a couple of those. That leaves us at 3 over. We're probably not going to hit, but it's worth taking the shot. We've got the Archer on 5s. We're taking fire from the Vedette. We'll hit him. That'll be the right side, which is... looks like the right side is his weak side. In every aspect except the leg. Yeah, let's go ahead and try and knock him down as best we can. And then the Grasshopper taking fire from the back from the Scorpion, the Hunter, and the Vedette, looks like. Hopefully they don't knock us down. I'll be taking shots at this Vedette. That'll be 1 large and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mediums. That puts us at -2 heat for the turn. I saw stunned. Warhammer missing on both of its 9s, the Galleon missing on a 7, the Vedette landing a hit on the Orion's left leg, down to 5 armor there. The Orion at the Archer hits him in the right torso with the big gun, down to 10 structure. Medium laser to the left leg, destroying the leg and transferring into the torso. Medium laser to the left leg also transfers into the left torso, down to 12 armor there. Oh, and an SRM to the head kills the Archer. The Scorpion hits the Grasshopper in the left arm for 5, down to 8 armor. The Pike hits the Orion in the right torso, critting on the LBX. Dang. To the right arm, down to 1 armor, and the right torso again. The Grasshopper at the Vedette hits it in the front, hits it in the front again, hits it in the front a 3rd time, down to 2 armor, and a 4th time down to 2 structure, stunning the crew and injuring the commander. The Hunter missing on 11, the Maxim missing on 11, the Archer landing medium lasers on the Orion's left leg and right leg, that left leg down to 0 armor. Quick draw missing on 10s, so at least we have better shots at him than he has on us. And the Orion, taking 20 plus damage, needs a 4, gets a 7. Let's try and kick this Immobile Pegasus on a -1. We kicked him in the rear, which is enough to kill him. Works for me. Round 6 is ending. Pilot Artemio Sullivan needs a 7 to wake up, gets a 9 for, I guess that was the Hunchback pilot. Their quick draw is at 8 heat, our Warhammer is at 3. We've got reinforcements arriving next turn. We're at 78%, they're at 65. We have taken the lead. And we've won initiative to boot. Alright, Warhammer will run up this way, pick up a couple points of evasion, and gain 6 hexes of movement. So even if he jumps, there's a good chance we've gotten closer to him than he can get away from us. Let's see, the Orion is going to just make a run for it. The pilot, I'm sure, is fleeing. And the Grasshopper, which does not need to worry about ammunition and still has armor in all of its locations. Maybe we come up here and finish off this Galleon, maybe? Hover Scout has fled the battlefield. Did it escape or did it flee? I think it escaped. I think it escaped the on its target edge. Speaking of which, they've got a Maxim up here, and the Stinger is about to escape as well. Let's take some shots at this Galleon. We'll take 2 larges on 8s. And the rest mediums. We'll go 4 over. The Orion at the Pike on 8s as well, with everything except the medium laser, the LBX, and the LRM, which have been damaged. And the Warhammer at the quick draw on 7s. We'll take 1 7 and the rest in 9s. And we'll go 3 over for that. Alright, the Galleon hits the Grasshopper in the center torso for 6 with the pulse laser. The Scorpion missing the Orion on 10s. The Grasshopper at the Galleon hits it in the rear and the right side with large and medium laser, costing it minor motive system damage. Also hit it in the turret, down to 22 armor there. The Vedette missing on an 8, the Stinger missing on 11s, the Pike landing hits on the Orion's right leg and left torso. That left torso still has ammo, doesn't it? We need to be aware of that. Yeah, we've got LRM ammo, we've got autocannon ammo, we've got SRM ammo, and those are all things that we no longer have except the LRMs, I think. The Orion at the pike hits it in the right side with 2 medium lasers, destroying its engine and immobilizing it. Also hit it in the front. The Maxim missing on 11s, the Quick Draw missing on 11s. Snyder, hey, how's it going? No, we're not fighting the clans yet. Right now we're in support of the Free WrestleHog Republic against the Federated Commonwealth on a planet called Planting, which is kind of over off to the side by the border. If I could show you where that is quick. Yeah, we're technically actually in Federated Commonwealth space, on a Federated Commonwealth planet, but we are, this is a planetary assault, so hopefully we can help them take this planet from the Federated Commonwealth. But no, the clans are still most of a year away. We're in June. They should be arriving in, I think, May. We did just pick up a new contract. This is actually only the second mission of that contract. The first mission was a recon mission that we did last week. We finished last week. We started actually the week before that. But yeah, no, the clans, not yet. Even if you take that planet for the Free WrestleHog Republic, they won't have it long. No, you're right. Things are about to get very dicey up in this part of the sphere. We did hit the Quick Draw in the right torso with a PPC. He's down to 4 armor. Nobody took 20 plus. Warhammer's at 3 heat. The Grasshopper's at 4. The Stinger is at 4. And the Quick Draw is at 8 still. And it is round 8, which means we get to deploy our reinforcements. We will start with... it looks like, aside from this Quick Draw, they're all coming up the right side. Wolverine maybe a little bit. So we're gonna set... Hoser here. We're gonna set Veil here. Or here. Yeah, that way he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and take partial cover. We'll set the Blackjack in the center-ish. And the Archer on the left side. Alright, we'll start with the Archer. We'll move 5 hexes. Try to close on that Quick Draw. Got the Blackjack. We'll move 4 hexes. Try to get eyes on... Actually... Maybe we'll go here. Oh, we can... Oh, I forgot the Blackjack has mask. We could do that on 2 plus. That would give us eyes on almost anywhere the Stinger wanted to go. 3 or higher. Yes, we'll do that. Poser, actually, can we back up? And the Stalker will advance into partial cover like we planned on. Let's see, the Orion will close on the pike. Scarponi will close on the Quick Draw. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see him from there. Target has partial cover. We'll see. That's 6 hexes, so that's +2 evasion. The Grasshopper will come over here and try to shoot the Vedette in the butt. Actually, maybe the left side would be better. And also it gives us a better move for next turn. Alright, Pilot Artemio Sullivan flees the battlefield. Blackjack needs a 3 to avoid mask failure, gets an 11. Hunter needs a 4 for reckless driving, gets a 6. The Vedette flees the battlefield. The Awesome needs a 3, gets a 10. Maxim flees the battlefield and carries the field medics with it. Let's start with the Warhammer on the quick draw. We'll start with, we've got 9s. We'll do a 9 with the PPC and the medium lasers. We'll go 6 heat over. That'll slow us down for next turn, but next turn he's gonna get away from us anyway. The Grasshopper at the Vedette, we've got him on 7s. We'll do 1 large and the rest in mediums. That puts us at 1 heat under. Let's see, the Orion at the Pike. Oh, and he's taking fire from the Scorpion as well. Can we start dumping ammo? We're gonna have to pay for this ammo later. That is a lot of ammo getting dumped. But as long as he doesn't get shot in the back or the left torso, we should be alright. He does have case. But still, I'd rather keep the left torso and the left arm intact if I can. We've got the Scorpion, we've got the Pike. We've got the Pike on 1s. We've got the Scorpion on 10s. Go ahead and finish off this Pike, shall we? He's weak on the right side, so we'll go ahead and lay into him there. And then maybe we'll give him a kick at the end. We've got this Galleon on 4s with Hoser. Throwing the large on a 6. And we can't throw in the mediums because he's behind a hill. Tsubasa at the Galleon or Tsubasa at the Stinger. On 8s, we like the Stinger with a large laser, I wonder. Not so much, not unless we hit him twice in the left leg. But we'll try it. We've got him on 8s and we'll throw in a 12 just to keep the heat up. Stalker at the Galleon as well, I think. We've got him on 5s and 7s, should be. We'll go up 4 heat and keep the LRMs all out of the action. That should be enough to kill a Galleon at those odds. Ash into the back of the quick draw on 11s. We'll throw in as many of those as will reach. Alright, the Warhammer missing all of his 9s at the quick draw. Rolled a trio of 8s, but no 9s, so no damage there. The Galleon missing the Blackjack on a 6, the Scorpion missing on 9s, the Grasshopper at the Vedette lands a medium laser to the turret, lands a second medium laser to the turret, and lands a third medium laser to the left side, down to 8 armor. The Vedette missing Hoser on a 9, the Orion at the Pike hits it in the right side with 3 medium lasers, and an SRM, which is enough to hit the fuel tank and destroy the Pike. Wolverine missing the Grasshopper on a 9. Hoser at the Galleon hits it in the right side, and the rear, which is enough to kill the Galleon. Blackjack at the Stinger hits it in the right leg and the left torso. Warwolf at the Galleon, it's already dead. Some paint. Yeah. Another kill for Hoser. This one a Galleon. The Archer on 11s, missing with everything. The quick draw at Scarponi hits him in the center torso with a medium laser, but not enough to do more than scratch the paint. Oh, Oh, the Orion won't start dumping until this round. Okay, well. They've still got the Stinger and the Wolverine, both at 0 heat. They've got the Quick Draw at 9 heat. Our boys, the Warhammer is at 6, the Stalker is at 4, the Blackjack is at 3, and Hoser's Right is at 1. We've won initiative going into round 9. We're at 77, almost 78%. They're at 38% of theirs. Some of them have fled though, so we will have to figure out can he not move 6? See? 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, can't run in the turn that you dump ammo. I forgot. Hoser, I think, will stand still again. Tsubasa will advance. Run. Let the mask cool down a bit. Ash is going to wait on the quick draw. So is Scarponi. The Grasshopper might just back up. Wherever 3 hexes from the Wolverine. Try to finish him off. He's not taking a lot of damage yet. He's also not dished out a lot of damage either. Let's see. The Warhammer and Archer are holding off. Stalker, I think, is going to stand still and try to fire on this Vedette. Ash will close on the quick draw and try to get those hatchets into play. Scarponi can run 2 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because we're running hot. We're 4, 6 at the moment. We can, if we walk, that gives us 6 hexes to the quick draw. That's medium range for the lasers. Stinger LEM flees the battlefield. Wolverine running and turning gets a 6, gets a 7. Ryan at the Scorpion on 6s will fire everything we've got, which is 3 medium lasers at this point. Hoser at the Vedette, we've got him on 3s and 5s. We'll build up a point of heat for that. Tsubasa at the Vedette on 7s. We'll go 3 heat over for that. And the Stalker has the Hunter on 4s and 8s. And 6s. We'll do heat neutral by leaving 2 mediums and 2 SRMs silent. Ash is gonna wait until Scarponi has landed a PPC, hopefully, on 7s. We'll hold off on the, well, we've got him on 9s. We'll go heat neutral or 2 over for 4 9s. And then that gives Ash 8s on the left flank, and that's going to be like everything. We'll go 5 over to get the pulse lasers in. I'm kind of hoping this will be like basically the last round of combat. We've got the Wolverine on 6s. We'll do 2 larges and the mediums. Go up to 3 heat for that. And he's prone, I saw that. Scorpion hitting the Orion in the right torso, critting on the LBX again. The Orion at the Scorpion landing medium lasers, 3 of them to the right side, destroying the Scorpion. Nice. Hoser at the Vedette hits it in the front with 2 PPCs, leaving it with 0 armor, a PPC to the turret, leaving it with 0 armor, and a large laser to the left side, leaving it with 0 armor. The Vedette landing an autocannon 5 on the Stalker's left torso. The Blackjack stealing the kill from the Vedette, for the Vedette, from Hoser. With a large laser to the front and to the rear. I know, you strip the armor off of 3 sides of the dang thing, and then in comes Tsubasa with the kill. That's a little unfair. Warwolf at the Hunter hits him in the front with 2 large lasers, and a medium to the front as well. Some LRMs to the front. The Wolverine landing 4 SRMs. You'll paint an outline for a partial kill. Nice. Alright. Grasshopper taking 4 SRMs to the left leg, left torso down to 7, and the center torso. The Warhammer at the quick draw missing on 7s and 9s. The Hunter landing 16 LRMs, well 11 on Warwolf's left side. Ash at the quick draw from the left side hits him in the left torso, the left arm, the left torso again. Left arm 2 more times, transferring into the left torso, leaving it with 10 structure. And missing with all 4 small pulse lasers. Now, okay, weapon specialist. That's why they were 8s. I was wondering why the mediums and the small pulses had the same target number. It's because we're specialized in the mediums. The quick draw at Ash hits her in the center torso and the right torso with medium lasers. Grasshopper the Wolverine lands large lasers to the left and right torso down to 12 in both of those spots, and a medium to the left arm. Mediums to the left leg and left torso and left leg again, down to 6 armor there. The Wolverine needs an 8 because he's not that good a pilot and because he's in a cramped cockpit. He rolls a 6. Falls down and takes 6 damage to the arms. Needs an 8 to avoid damage. Needs a 3 to stay conscious. Gets an 8. Quick draw. Needs a 6 to stay standing. Gets a 6. And we will hatch it on a 5 on the left side punch table. Or we could kick on a 4. Same thing. We did roll an 8, so we kicked him in the center torso. Critting on his SRM4, the jump jet, and an engine hit. And he needs a 5 to stay standing, he gets a 9. Down to 7 structure on that center torso from that kick. The quick draw gains 19 heat, sinks 13, is now at 15 heat, needs a 4+ to avoid shutting down, rolls a 9. The Orion has finished dumping ammo. That's the second time in 2 battles I've had to dump ammo from a mech. And done it successfully. Let's see. Ash is at 5 heat. Tsubasa and the Grasshopper are both at 3 heat. Scarponi is at 2. The Poser's Ride is at 1. Everyone else is running cool. We've won initiative, and they're down to about 12% of their forces, with 2 units remaining. That's going to be the quick draw and the Wolverine. Not mistaken. Yeah, we'll run up into the battle. We will stand here. We will advance to here. Ash will wait. Warhammer will wait the Grasshopper. Come up here on the Wolverine's right flank at a walk. Right. Well, the right side is the strong side. Maybe we instead walk into his rear arc. He's taking some rear damage, so that's probably a good move, actually. Quick draw is falling back, so he fled the battlefield since he was right on the edge. We'll go ahead and have him turn around. We'll have him scoot off to the side. And the Stalker will 7 hexes. That's sorry, 8 hexes. We'll stand still. That gives us 9 hexes. That's medium range for everything that matters. The Wolverine needs a 9 to get up, rolls an 8, takes 5 to the center torso and 1 to the right torso. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, and then needs a 9 to stand up and gets an 11. Quick draw flees the battlefield, as we knew it did. Let's see, the Orion into the back of the Wolverine on 11s with 3 mediums. Hoser into the front of the Wolverine on 4s and 6s. We'll go 1 heat over for that. Tsubasa into the front of the Wolverine on 5s. We'll throw in a couple of those. Ash is not in range. Scarponi doesn't have LOS. Let's do Warwolf next. On 2s and 8s. We'll do the same thing as... We'll throw in the mediums. And we'll throw in the LRMs. That puts us at 2 heat for the turn after the battle computer. And then the Grasshopper into the back on 4s. That'll be 2 larges. And we'll go up to 6 heat because this is going to be the last turn. Orion missing all 3 hits on 11. Hoser hits him in the center torso and the left arm. And the left torso, all 3, oh sorry, the left arm and the left torso going internal, critting on the shoulder and the left lower arm. Blackjack hits him in the left torso, critting on the SRM and the center torso going internal. The Stalker hitting him in the left leg going internal and the right leg, leaving him with 8. Medium laser to the left arm, destroying it. The center torso critting on the gyro, the center torso critting on the engine twice. LRMs to the left leg, critting on the hip and the foot, to the left torso, destroying it and transferring into the center torso, which crits on the engine and is the 3rd engine crit. We've destroyed the center torso rear, we've destroyed the left leg. There's no more Wolverine. And that should be... Team 1 has achieved all required victory conditions. Alright. Yes, we save the salvage, because we always do, just in case. Nairn Limbrick. In the crippled Orion with 3 kills. Hoser only getting the 1 kill. Tsubasa stealing the other. Ash getting no kills. Scarponi getting no kills. Victor Rama in the Grasshopper with 2 kills. Warwolf with the Stalker getting 2 kills. The Hover Scout getting away. The Vedette, I think, fled. We can't pull it up anymore. The Field Medic and the Maxim managed to get away. The Stinger got away. The Quick Draw is in retreat. Tentacle Shogun took 2 hits to the pilot. He did get a kill, but he was ultimately taken out by the Scorpion tank. The Saladin was destroyed by the Marauder. Darter was killed by the Grasshopper, so on and so forth. We did control the battlefield. We annihilated them. The Marauder is inoperable, missing its left torso with 3 crits to the engine. The Orion, badly damaged, internal on the right and left torso and the left arm. Very low on armor in pretty much every other location. The Warhammer taking armor damage to lots of locations, but nothing internal. Medium laser looked like to the head. Grasshopper taking some medium damage, mainly that right leg, the left arm a bit, the left torso a bit. Everyone else doing in relatively good shape. He also needs a washdown. Yeah, it doesn't need much more than that. Did it? It didn't take any damage at all, did it? It did. Yeah, not a single point. It just kind of showed up and started sniping fools. Alright, Wayne Henshaw is going to need some time in the infirmary. Who do we want to salvage? We've got a Saladin that we can take apart. We've got an Archer that we could put back together. That puts us at 47%. What about the hunchback? That puts us at 18%. Do we really need another hunchback? Yeah, we'll take another hunchback. Sure. There's too many variants of the hunchback. They're all good. We've captured a couple of guys from the galleon and the hunter. Someone from the Saladin and the Scorpion. And someone from the Vedette. Everyone else got away from us. The Marauder we're not claiming the kill for. The Hunchback ejected. So that makes... Looks like Nairn Limbrick is the MVP with 3 kills. The Scorpion, the Archer, and the Pike. And we did destroy 50% or more of the enemy forces. The Stinger got away, the Hunchback, the Hover Scout, the Maxim, the Vedette, the Quick Draw, and the Field Medic 4 all got away. I noticed even the ones that ejected, the Hunchback and the Quick Draw, or the Quick Draw fled, the Hunchback ejected, were not automatically counted towards the objective. So we are going to call that a decisive victory because we did just absolutely annihilate them. That's going to take us back to the repair bay where the Wolverine needs some work. The Hunchback is inoperable. We can have Fred Modry do that on a 5, or we can have Jamil. We got 270 minutes. We'll have Loney knock out that center torso on a 4. We'll have Fred Modry can knock out a 25 and a 35 real quick, or he can fail to do a 25. Chris can knock out a 25 real quick. Kenny can knock out a... Can't quite knock out a 25 and a 50. We'll knock out that, and we've got a fusion engine to be fixed. That's gonna take probably 400 minutes for a regular. I'll have Denise work on that. We've got a gyro that's gonna be an Ediborg job. Salvaging some actuators. That's gonna be Ethan, can work on that. And then we've got the cockpit needing to be replaced. We'll have, I think we can have Veteran do that over the course of like 5 days. No big deal. The gyro, we'll have Denise doing our reloads, I guess. Let's see, we can have Denise try to knock out this armor on a 6. And failed, and armor supplies lost. Okay, so we lost 13 points of armor. We're down to under 600 points of armor, which is not nearly enough. Let's go ahead, we'll order another 15 lots. Let's see, we'll have not Kai. We'll have Veronica try to knock out some armor, and she gained an XP for it. Okay, so that's everything but the gyro being worked on that can be. We've got the Wolverine being worked on, we've got the Harasser being worked on, we've got the Hunter being worked on, and the Saladin. We'll have, where's Doodles? Doodles is busy apparently. We'll have Amelia knock out the armor jobs, I guess. For the rest of this, that's all going to be ×4. Except the engine, I suspect. We'll have, I guess Sabra has XP. We'll knock out a couple of these stabilizers. Gonna be Pascal. And I guess that's gonna be Kurti. Knocking out that other one. We've got Ayana trying to salvage an autocannon 20 and succeeding. We've got Zahur salvaging some ammo bins and Leonidas. Have Felike take a crack at that one. Have Philip doing the engine. We'll have Ryan working on the sensors. Are we using ferrofibrous or not? In a couple of rare cases, we are. I think it's mainly just the light mechs. The spider, I think, has ferrofibrous. No, it doesn't. Does the blackjack have ferrofibrous? It does not. No, we're not using a lot of ferrofibrous. I don't know how much I've got in stock. We've got 1,400 points in stock, which is going to be plenty considering that we're not using it on any of our heavies. Generally, I prefer endosteel over ferrofibrous. It just saves more tonnage for the same cost. It just makes it a little more difficult to work on, but I'd rather the internals be harder to work on than the armor, because the armor is something that you're going to do every time you go into battle. The internals you're only doing when you take significant damage. So generally, I do prefer endosteel. And so we're using a lot more of it. Alright, that is June 7th. Moving on to June 8th. What have we got that's not being maintained? Both is good also. Both is good on a light mech, but on anything bigger than about 55 tons, I find you don't have the crits for both. You need to get Clan Endo and Pharaoh. I agree. That will be fantastic. The only thing about the Clan Endo Steel, and I've thought about this, the only thing about the Clan Endo Steel is that the center torso would have to be a Clan Endo Steel center torso. And the way things work out in the game, the center torso is kind of tied to the identity of the mech. I can't buy a Clan Endosteel center torso to do a refit like I normally would with an Enderseer Endosteel center torso. The only way to get a Clan center torso is to salvage it, and if you salvage a Clan Endosteel center torso, it's going to be for a specific mech. You cannot separate the center torso from, for example, if it was a Phoenix Hawk 2C, the center torso would be a Phoenix Hawk 2C center torso. You can't salvage that. The only thing you can do is sell or repair or scrap it. Are we hunting Clan Awesomes then? I would love to hunt a Clan Awesome. That would be fantastic. With Clan Endosteel and Clan Ferrofibrous and Clan Double Heatsinks and a Clan XL Engine. Oh, that would be, that would make my day. We will assign Ogiko to maintain this Hunchback. At least until we get the leg and the head put back together. That should, well, let me double check. Who do we have that's not being maintained? We've got just these 3 tanks, which are all salvage. Okay, yeah, we can advance the day. I'm not sure it would make your day when you see it on the other side of the field. Yeah, you're right. If we get it, it would make my day. Going up against one, not so much. That said, I trust that you're a better pilot than whoever we find in piloting a clan awesome. So I would put money on your side. Even clan weapons and components are lighter though, so refitting with any clan tech you can get your hands on means more weight for armor. That is absolutely true as well. We did fail to fix the left torso on the Wolverine, but we did gain an XP for it. Ediborg on the Wolverine. Can we knock that out tomorrow, maybe? But yeah, some clan PPCs would improve our damage output, would improve our weight capacity. Even just the PPCs. Just the PPCs would be a huge boon. Replacing 3 of those would increase our damage output by 15 and reduce our weight by 3 tons. That's substantial. We did get the SRM and the engine out of the Harasser. We're still working on the LRM and the Flamer. We did get the engine out of the Hunter. We got the autocannon 20 off the Saladin. Everything else looks like it's going to be a little bit. The cockpit on the Hunchback is going to be another couple days. We've got the Rifleman in 38-40 minutes. We've got the Panther in 58-20. We've got the Warhammer in just about 11 days as well. We've bought some armor. Some of it will start arriving in 1 day, and Aaron McKimmy gained an XP for that. He is already an elite. We can go ahead and give him an edge, just so that we can reroll. Not what I meant to click. Just so that we can start getting our stuff in more consistently. Let's see. Burnt has 4 edge. Giovanna has 5. Aurora is 10 points away from being an elite. Clan PPCs aren't common. They only had those a short while. I thought ER PPC was the standard. Well, when I say clan PPC, I do mean a clan ER PPC because I've never seen a clan standard PPC. It's ER or nothing with the clans. So forgive my shorthand. But yes, that is exactly what I meant. Clan ER PPC. Veteran is 10 point away. 24 points away. We've got 7 edge there. Don't have any edge for Diana. We could do with some there. Ed could use some edge, but he's saving up to be an elite. Benisa has an edge and is saving up to be an elite. And Isabella not have edge. Admin transport. We've got SS Saltic, who has an edge. We've got Kellyanne Inskip, who's saving up to be an elite. Kevin Vanska saving up to be an elite, and Asta Pupmeyer saving up to be an elite. So no other XP to spend among our administrators, it looks like. Let's see, Mech Warriors. Fred Jones is now at 33 from 31. Nice. 7 more XP, and we'll be able to get well, no, we're looking at 27 more XP to get Sniper. Ruby could put some points into Edge, could get an SPA. I think she's saving up for, wait. She was saving up for, was it Melee Specialist? I think Stiletto was trying to save up for Melee Specialist, because she's already an elite pilot. Let's see. Scarponi. Oh, needs to go in the infirmary. Shoot. Yeah, so Scarponi and Tentacle Shogun are going there. Gorzy Slaw is going there. Walid is going there. And King Chi is going there. Everyone else is going to Elsa. Alright, what have we got in the repair bay? We've got the Orion, which has been crippled badly. Needs some serious repairs and some serious reloads. We've got Ethan Labrie doing reloads. That's going to be LRM 15 ammo, LB 10X ammo, LB 10X cluster ammo, SRM 6 ammo. The Archer doesn't have ammo, the Wolverine is being worked on, the Warhammer doesn't have ammo, the Grasshopper doesn't have ammo, the Marauder is going to need its ammo bins salvaged. That's going to be a process. The Stalker has some reloads. There's this with 60 minutes. Alright, so Edeborg is kind of occupied at the moment, leaving us with Chris, Penny, and Fred as our 3 remaining elites. Looks like we can knock out this left torso in about a day with Penny. We can knock out this right torso in about a day with Chris. And the left arm is going to be probably a few days with Fred. He's Fred is actually maintaining the Banshee, which is taking up probably the majority of his time. So maybe he does not work on the left arm. Maybe we give that to someone else. Meantime, we can have, actually, worry about that. We can do 17 minutes. Who's got the most XP out of the veteran? That's going to be Loney with 27. Yeah. So she's going to knock out all the small armor jobs. That's going to be, I think, anything 25 minutes or less. About 30 minutes or less. Archer is going to be 20 minutes or so. Wolverine is a work in progress. The Warhammer, there's Loney, 27 XP, working on it. 331 minutes remaining. We'll go ahead and throw in a 35-minute job. Throw in a 20-minute job. Down to 196 minutes. We've got Veronica can salvage these 2 ammo bins, hopefully. We are going to need someone to salvage this XL engine, and that can be B. That's going to be a day-and-a-half job. And then we're going to have to repair it and reinstall it after we replace the left torso. 75 minutes, we'll have Halima do that. So the Marauder is ready to go. That's 80 minutes. We'll have Halima knock those out. Oh, used an edge to keep from destroying armor. Oh, dang it. Not mean to do that. I hate when that happens, because there's no way to go back to the order it was in. Okay, so we've got the Grasshopper needing some armor. We'll have George Valdez knock out these bigger jobs. Oh, he gained 2 XP for that because he rolled a 12, and that must have been his 20th. Puts him at 13 XP. Very nice. Leaving him with 220 minutes. Oh, he knocked that out on an 8, got a 9. That's going to be a 6, a 7, and a 6. Oof. Knock out the 6. We'll have Fred Modry knock out this 5. and start on this one as well. The Hunchback is going to be a work in progress for a little bit, as it's going in mothballs when we're done. Let's see, the Marauder is a work in progress. The Orion needs armor and internals done. Needs LRM 15 replaced. Needs the LBX and a medium laser replaced. Those should be regular jobs. We'll have Susan knock out the LBX, or try to, and fail. We'll have Shada knock out the LBX on a 4 or not and gain an XP as well. And we'll have Denise gain an XP as well for replacing that LB10X. I guess that did not go well. It took 3 techs and they all gained XP for it. I guess they had a real learning moment in the bay. We'll have Anacito replace the LRM. We'll have Vernita replace the medium laser. Other than that, it's all armor, it looks like. We'll have Daniel try to knock that out on a 7. Huzzah. Have George knock that out. And start on that. We'll have Loney knock that out. Kai can knock that out. Alexandru can knock that out, I hope. Okay, so that leaves the Orion with the left arm needing to be fixed. That's going to be an Edinburgh job. Grasshopper's in progress. The Hunchback, low priority and also in progress. The Marauder is in progress. The Orion is in progress. The Warhammer needs armor. Dulfikar can put on 120 minutes worth of armor and gain some XP for it. So that's 160. We'll have Shoyab knock that out and that, hopefully. And then that. That's a work in progress, and that's a work in progress. And I think, since we have been playing for just over 2 hours now, I'm going to go ahead and save that. And this is, I think, about where I'm going to call it. I hope you guys have had a good time watching me get my butt kicked by a bunch of enemy forces and then try to fix some stuff afterwards. We are going to raid Big Fluffy 10K. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. So, always welcome here. I try to make this as welcoming a place as I can, virtually speaking. But it's time for me to go, and I'll see you guys next week. We are ready to raid in 5 seconds. Thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Yes, sir.